Hey pals, it's Sassy Kassie, and today we are taking some Pokemon quizzes. As always, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in to my Experimental Wednesday video. I would also like to give a very special thank you to my patrons. Why don't we just start by Googling some Pokemon quizzes? Because let's be real, I was just gonna do like a what Pokemon are you quiz, and I thought that would be really fun, but then I'm like, that would be also pretty short. So let's see what kind of Pokemon quizzes we can find and take a couple. But what Pokemon are you? Nintendo seems right up my alley. Let's click on it. Let's see. Ever wonder what's your Pokemon type? Oh, it's a type. You wake up to discover you've been turned into a Pokemon in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX game from the Nintendo Switch system. You can take this quiz to find out which Pokemon type from the game matches your answers most closely. Sure. Oh, what a cute picture. Okay, here we go. Quiz number 1 and question number 1. You send a postcard to a friend. What exciting news do you have to share? I won a contest, I visited a neat museum, I explored a new trail, I made a new friend, I took a spa day. Well, if I were to get a postcard, because I do like to buy postcards when I go places, but if I were to buy a postcard, it'd probably be from a museum. I do like museums, so let's do that. What do you value the most? Or what do you value most? Adventure, relaxation, knowledge, friends and family, competition. Well, definitely competition is out of it because I'm not a competitive person at all. Yeah, I prefer not to be involved in competition. Mostly because I just know some very competitive people and I'm like, well, y'all can be competitive. I'm gonna go get some ice cream. For this, I'm gonna go with friends and family. Yeah. Where would you go for your dream vacation? A historical site, a hot spring, a theme park, oceanside, botanical garden. Oh, well, definitely not a theme park. I know some of you probably think I'm crazy, but I have very specific reasons why I wouldn't go to a theme park. Definitely not oceanside because I actually don't like the beach. I don't like sand. I feel like it just gets everywhere. And there was one time I went to the beach with my family and I really I felt bad. I just didn't want to be there, but my mom got me an umbrella. And so I sat under the umbrella and I read a book while they all played in the ocean. And I was like, if you find a cool shell, come find me. Otherwise, leave me here to die in the sand. I feel like historical site or botanical garden. The issue is I have like the worst allergies on the planet. Like I had a couple years back, my nostrils had like swollen shut and I could not breathe. And I had to go to an ENT or an ear, nose, and throat doctor. And I got one of those allergy tests where they stick you a bunch of times to find out what you're allergic to. And let's just say I'm allergic to every grass, weed, tree, mold, anything in nature that you can think of within a 300-mile radius, I'm allergic to it. So maybe not botanical garden, even though I love botanical gardens and it's like my dream to go to the one in, I think it's like Singapore someday. So I'm gonna go with historical site. How would your friends describe you? Friendly, passionate, resourceful, adventurous, cool. Well, it's definitely not cool because I'm strange. I think it would be friendly. I actually do have a friend that says I'm too friendly. She lovingly refers to me as the mayor because as we're walking, like even if we've already clocked out or if we're going somewhere, I say hi to like 5 people and she's like, you're like the mayor, you just know everybody. And I'm like, I don't know everybody. And it's just kind of like a joke now that I don't know everybody, but she thinks I know everybody. I've just worked in the area for a long time, so I just know a lot of people. So I'm definitely gonna say friendly. What's your favorite snack? Okay, here we go. Gotta love snacks. Okay, sour gummies, yum. That's probably gonna be it because sour candy is my favorite candy in the entire world. I love sour candy. Chips and salsa, I like it spicy. No. I love chips, I don't like salsa, which I know is like a blasphemous thing if you are Hispanic. To put this into context, I can eat spicy things, I just don't like them. Yeah, my mom, she has like her own salsa recipe, and it is so spicy, it can burn your nose from across the house. And I said, no, thank you. So definitely not chips and salsa, even though I do love chips. Blueberries, nature's candy. I do love fruit. I do love fruit. Smoothies, to keep it cool. I do also like smoothies. Chocolate chip cookies, a classic snack. I do also like chocolate chip cookies. Pretty much anytime I go somewhere, if there's like a chocolate chip cookie on the menu, I'm like, but this chocolate chip cookie could be different. I gotta get one. You know, I'm probably gonna have to go with sour gummies. I did just buy a pack of sour gummy worms for no reason. I was like, I don't need these. I don't need them. I don't need them. But then I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to be at work at like 5 a.m. Maybe I need them. Sour gummies it is. What's one thing you can't leave the house without? My glasses, my smile, my backpack, my headphones, my sneakers. Well, I mean, if we're talking realistically, my glasses, because I don't wear glasses because I can see technically without them. I just can't legally drive without them. So I can't leave the house without my glasses unless I'm walking somewhere. But if I'm gonna be real, my backpack. For the longest time, I took public transportation, which is not the worst thing, but like once you leave for the bus or once you're on the bus, you can't turn around. Well, depending on where you are. Where I live, this transportation isn't that great. So once you leave, you can't turn around if you forget something. So I would put everything in my backpack. So definitely cannot leave my house without my backpack. You are a normal type Pokemon. I'm normal? Wow, the internet says it's true, so it must be so. You are a normal type Pokemon. Wonderful. You're friendly, skillful, and well-rounded. In the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX game, there's a chance you might wake up as a normal type Pokemon like Meowth, Eevee, or Skitty. You know, that would make my best friend so happy because her favorite Pokemon in the whole world is Eevee. Mine is definitely Pikachu. I know, kind of basic, but I just love that he is so sweet and also sarcastic and really sassy. But if I had to pick a second favorite, a non-basic Pokemon, maybe, depends on how you feel, Espeon. I love psychic Pokemon. I think they're so cool. And Espeon is like one of my favorite, one of the first Pokemon I ever got, because my very first Pokemon version was Crystal. And every time I restarted a new game, I was like, I have to catch an Eevee so that I can get an Espeon. I have to. That was really fun. I don't know if I expected to get a normal type Pokemon, but I'm not like upset, I guess. I'm very curious if you, anybody takes this quiz, what type of Pokemon did you get? Or what type of Pokemon would you want to be? I definitely, again, my favorite type of Pokemon is Psychic, but maybe I'm not that intuitive. Anywhoosies. Well, this says take another quiz, so let's see what other quizzes we have. Which Eevee evolution are you? Okay. I will say I will be very disappointed if I don't get Espeon, but I will just have to be okay with whatever, especially because apparently I'm a normal type Pokemon. Let's see. Eevee are everywhere. To celebrate the Eevee Festival and the Pokemon Unite game, we've created a Pokemon personality quiz to help you discover which Eevee evolution is most like your personality. Are you more like Eevee, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, or Sylveon? Question time. Quiz number 2. Which topic sounds most interesting? Fairies, nature, the sun, snow, I can't decide, the moon. Okay, sure. That's not conspicuous at all. If I'm being true to myself, though, I would have to say fairies, because I joke with my friends sometimes that if being reincarnated into another world was a real thing, I would really want to either be reincarnated as a hobbit or reincarnated as a pixie/fairy, because I think I could be a pixie in another life. So I'm gonna go with fairies. Which hobby seems like the most fun? Snowboarding, sunbathing, stargazing, hiking, everything, dressing up. Now this is interesting. Now snowboarding is a definite no because I can't even stand a wind chill at 70 degrees because I'm weak. However, I've mostly lived in the south of the US for most of my life, so give me 115 any day, but anything below 70 degrees, I will be inside with a blanket. Thank you. Sunbathing also, funny enough, not really my thing. As much as I like warm weather, I don't want to be baking out in the sun because sometimes it's not even just hot, it's also humid and you just feel like a lobster in cheddar soup and it feels awful. And I feel very personally about this because I work outside. So sometimes I'm just like, I want to go back into the inn now. Stargazing, absolutely. I think stargazing is really cool and really interesting. I find them fascinating. I wish I could know more about them. I really wish I had taken the astronomy class when I was in school, but instead I took environmental science because I'm an environment girl, hence why I'm always pointing out why the ninjas are always destroying the trees. I'm gonna go with dressing up because that aligns with the hobbies that I have. If you were a Pokemon, which type would you want to be? Well, this is fairly easy. I want to be a psychic Pokemon. No questions about that. Next question. How would you approach a big challenge? By considering the risks first, aggressively but from a safe distance, with the support of my friends. That's a decent answer. I think I would go with that. By thinking carefully first, as fast as I can't decide. How would you approach a big challenge? I feel like it depends on the type of challenge, but I feel like most of the time I'm facing a challenge that has to do with work. So I think I would do by thinking carefully first. Which signature move name is closest to your style? Psychic Solaire, Fairy Frolic, Glacial Stage, Moonlight Prance, Emerald Two-Step. I haven't decided yet. I'm sorry, the Fairy Frolic makes me giggle because I don't think that I necessarily walk with a pep in my step, but I have been told by many that when I walk, I'm very bouncy. So I feel like it's gonna give me fairy type if I keep choosing these answers. I guess I'm gonna have to go with the Fairy Frolic. I'm gonna get fairy type, I already know it. Or not fairy type, I'm gonna get Sylveon is what I'm trying to say. What kind of image are you going for? Charming, mysterious, cool, clever, down to earth, easygoing. It's definitely not cool. I'm gonna say down to earth. Why not? What's your favorite type of berry? Payapa berry, yachi berry, pecha berry, citrus berry, I like everything, hondu berry. This is hard because I kind of forget what some of these berries do, but might as well go with citrus. What color would you wear every day if you could? This is a really cute picture of the evolutions, but blue is my absolute favorite color. So I'm gonna go with blue. I knew it! I knew I was gonna get Sylveon after answering Fairy Frolic. Okay, you got Sylveon. Sylveon is ready to join the fray and kiss the competition goodbye in the Pokemon Unite game. Available now for the Nintendo Switch, blah, blah, blah. You can show the opposition just how invincible you are with Sylveon's Unite move, Fairy Frolic. There it is. This fairy type Pokemon is a ranged attacker and is one of Eevee's final evolutions. Yeah, I see it. Let's take another quiz. What Pokemon are you? Quiz. Enter. Which Pokemon character are you? Sure. Let's click on that. Which Pokemon character are you? Start. Where would you build your dream home? Interesting. I like to do things. I mean, sometimes I don't like to do things, but I'm gonna have to say in a city. What's your favorite thing to do with a puppy? Ignore it, play wrestle with it, toss it some scraps, teach it some tricks, frolic with it in a field, snuggle with it all day long. Okay, this is actually going to be really difficult for me because, fun fact, I'm actually terrified of dogs because when I was younger, I'm a small person anyway, but like I've always been a very small person. And when I was younger, my cousins had very large, I don't want to say aggressive, but aggressive dogs. And they jumped all over me and scratched me up. I actually still have a scar on my leg where they cut me open, almost the entire length of my thigh. And yeah, it's just terrifying. So I don't really like dogs, at least not energetic dogs. I like chill dogs. Dogs that are basically like cats. They're just chill. I also couldn't snuggle with it even if I wanted to because I'm also allergic to dogs. I might have to do the blasphemous thing. If it just said chill, I would say chill, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna have to say ignore it. I'm sorry, dog people of the world. Okay, next question. What's your favorite type of weather? Hey, I don't care as long as it's not raining. I mean, facts. Windy, cloudless days, raining all day, a nice and sunny day, a thunderstorm with a rainbow at the end, a dark, cloudy day. I feel like this depends on what I'm doing. Because sometimes when I'm at work and it's raining, it's really not fun to work outside when it's raining and thundering. Just gonna throw it out there. Especially because you get wet socks and wet shoes and it's just, ugh. But like if I'm at home, I don't care if it's raining because it's nice to raining is like good reading weather, you know? Or good movie weather. Like pizza and a movie weather. I'm gonna have to say windy, cloudless days. Because even if the sun is out, if there's a nice breeze, it's kind of nice to be outside. What's your favorite dessert? Swedish fish, a vanilla cake with sprinkles on top, sherbet, hot tamales candy, a bowl of mixed berries, a box of Peeps. I'm not a big fan of Swedish fish. I prefer chocolate over vanilla, and I don't really care for sprinkles. I usually scrape them all off. I know I'm probably making so many people upset right now. I've already discussed that I don't really care for hot candy, so definitely not hot tamales. As far as Peeps go, I don't like that they feel like marshmallows, but don't really taste like marshmallows. It just feels like sugar, which is basically what it is. So I'm left with sherbet or a bowl of mixed berries. I'd feel like I'd have to go with a bowl of mixed berries because I really like fruit. What's your dream job? Oh, this will be interesting. I wonder what we have to choose from. All right, electrician, zookeeper, librarian, pilot, MMA fighter, too lazy to look for a job. I mean, I do feel that. Sometimes, you know, you just wake up in the morning and you've worked like 6 days in a row and you're like, I just don't want to. But I have to because things cost money and you have to work to make money to pay for things. I feel like I'm gonna have to go with librarian though because I do have a library. I have so many books because I love, love, love reading. What's your favorite color? Oh, this is easy. Blue is not an option. I find this blasphemous. If I have to choose a different color, it's probably going to be yellow. Yellow is clearly my color, but blue is my favorite. What's your favorite thing to do on the weekend? Get on a plane and fly somewhere far. If only that were possible on a weekend, but sure. Hang out with my friends, swimming in my pool, read a good book, go to the park and play some sports, travel to a nearby town. I'm going to say read a good book, because as much as I like to hang out with my friends sometimes, I like to hide in my little hidey hole. It takes a lot to get me to come out. What's your favorite season? Oh, fall, hands down. Oh, that's not the thing. Oh wait, yes there is. But I love that one of the options is football season. Sure, I don't really like football. The only time I've ever enjoyed football was when I read I Shield 21. But definitely autumn. I also think it's funny Shark Week. It's Shark Week this season. That's hilarious. What's your guilty pleasure? Eating too many snacks? I mean, definitely. If I can afford them, that is. Flopping on the couch and watching TV all day, staying up late reading a great mystery novel. I do like mysteries. Getting dirty while playing in my backyard. I don't have one of those. Does work count? Sleeping in. Losing track of time while sunbathing. I'm gonna have to stay eating too many snacks. Which Simpsons character is most like you, Lisa? I don't even have to think about it. When you go to the zoo, what's the first animal you want to see? Either the giraffes or the penguins. Let's see if that is an option. I go straight to the reptile exhibit. I mean, if it's hot outside, usually reptile exhibits are indoor spaces, so maybe. The rhinos. Any of the big cats. Either the wolves or the foxes. That's definitely my best friend. The petting zoo is my favorite place. I skip the zoo and head straight to the aquarium. You know, that's fair. I feel like I would prefer the aquarium since giraffes are not a thing and there's almost always penguins at the aquarium. Which character in the Star Wars universe do you most identify with? I have a love-hate relationship with Star Wars, as do most people, regardless of if you're a fan or not, but especially if you're a fan. I'm not necessarily a fan, but I do know which character I would be because I've made this comparison before. We'll see if it's an option. Admiral Akbar, I don't know who that is. Chewbacca, the Rancor, don't know who that is. Baby Yoda, sure. Darth Vader, Boba Fett. I have not watched this show, but I'm gonna say Baby Yoda. Because I only know who two of the other people are, and I don't identify with Darth Vader, and as much as I like to think I have enough sass to be Chewbacca, from what I understand about Baby Yoda, aka Grogu, he just likes to eat snacks, and that's basically who I am. What's your idea of a relaxing vacation? This has way more questions than I thought it was gonna have. Going on a long nature hike. Relaxing on the beach? Absolutely not. A staycation in my man cave. Does this count? Skydiving? No. I have a fear of falling. I'm going to Disney World. No. Going on a road trip with friends. That does sound fun. What was the question again? What's your idea of a relaxing vacation? Okay. I love Disney World. I do. But Disney World is not relaxing, so that's not going to be my answer. A staycation in my man cave sounds pretty relaxing to me. I don't have to go anywhere. Going on a road trip with friends. I feel like this depends on which friends you go with. I'm going to say a staycation in my man cave. What's your ideal pet? A pit bull, a Maine Coon cat. My family did used to have one of those, and he was black and white, and he looked like a small cow. We loved him dearly. A hamster, a domesticated raccoon, a monitor lizard, Japanese fighting fish. I'm gonna have to say a fish. I feel like they're the least maintenance, and they don't have fur that will get into my eyeballs and make me feel like I'm dying. What do you do when you're bored? Cook a tasty meal? Grab the rod and reel and go fishing? No. Take a hot bath? I usually only take a hot bath if I'm feeling sick. Take a nap? No. I actually don't like taking naps because I'll sit there and think about all the things I could be doing while I'm laying there. Find something exciting to do. Plan world domination. Oh, that's hilarious. Actually, fun fact. So last Christmas, I gave you my heart. No, but really, we had these big beach balls that we used to, I guess, decorate to make them look like giant snowballs. And every time I would have to fill them back up, one of the people by the little air pump would always just turn the corner. They'd be at like their little desk area and they'd roll over and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I was just, without even hesitating, I always go, "Planning world domination." And they're like, "Oh, carry on. So I think that would be funny if I said plan world domination. But I feel like the real answer was find something exciting to do, which could include planning world domination. So I think that is all encompassing. Oh my gosh, how many more questions? This is why probably my last quiz. What's your favorite type of movie? Action movies that get my blood pumping. I mean, I have been watching a lot of Fast and Furious clips recently. Horror films, the scarier the better. Absolutely not. I cannot do horror films. In my mind, I know they're fake, but I will always still have nightmares, and you can't control that. Any type of foreign film. Sometimes I do enjoy good foreign film. I love all rom-coms. I mean, I do have a whole shelf of rom-com DVDs, so this is probably it. Oh, I like a good mystery movie. I do like a good mystery movie. If you haven't guessed, I love watching crime shows because I love trying to figure out who done it. Comedies, so funny, I'm left gasping for air. That is also fair. I've been watching a lot of comedic and cute stuff because I've been a little sad recently. I feel like I've been sad for like 3 weeks. So I've been watching a lot of funny stuff, but if I had to consider all the options, I'm gonna say rom-coms. I know it always ends the same, but it's the journey. The journey that gets you there is what I'm in for. And the meet cute. Can't forget the meet cute. What's your least favorite chore around the house? All chores are annoying. Cleaning up after the pets. Washing the dishes. Dusting, I despise dusting. I mean, I am also allergic to dust, and that just, I feel like I'm sneezing for hours after. Laundry day is my least favorite day of the week. I hate weeding the yard. I feel like when I had a cat, despite the fact that both me and my mom are allergic to cats, I didn't like doing the kitty litter. It's not that difficult, but I just didn't like to do it. So cleaning up after pets. What's your favorite beverage? Ooh, freshly squeezed lemonade. I don't have to go any further. I love lemonade. Every time I go somewhere, you got a different flavor lemonade. You like watermelon lemonade, mango lemonade. I'm like, I've never tried that before. I went to a place that had like a cucumber lime lemonade. It's actually pretty good. Lemonade all the way. What's your favorite subject in school? History, math, art, English, science, PE. I feel like I want to say history because I used to love history class. I love learning. I love learning. But I am an art person. Exhibit A. I'm a crafty person, so definitely art class. Oh my gosh, it keeps going. I feel like the more this quiz goes on, the more tired I get. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? I don't think they're gonna have it, but let's see the options. Chocolate mousse. It's fancy, like me. No. I don't like to eat ice cream. It's too cold. That's fair. Sometimes it is too cold. Just plain vanilla. No. No. Believe it or not, anchovy flavored ice cream is really tasty. I don't believe that for a second. Strawberry is the best. I enjoy the texture of cookie dough. They don't have it. I knew they wouldn't because my favorite flavor of ice cream is pretty obscure, but I'll go with strawberry. When you sleep at night, what do you do most? Oh goodness. When you sleep at night, what do you most often dream about? I'm riding a thundercloud like I'm Zeus. My dreams are usually nightmares. I sometimes dream that I can breathe underwater. I often dream that I'm playing sports with my friends. I usually dream that I can fly. I never remember my dreams. This is kind of difficult because I don't really dream about any of these things. My dreams are very odd, if I could say that. I feel like I also tend to have a lot of nightmares, usually involve me falling to my death, which is one of the reasons why I will never go skydiving. I feel like it's just better to say I never remember my dreams, even though I do. What's your idea of a romantic date? Oh dear. Y'all are gonna be finding out way too much stuff about me. We dine at a fancy restaurant. I do like food. Taking my date to a baseball game. I feel like that would be rather boring. My family is really into baseball, especially my brothers. I don't really care for it, but baseball stadiums do have really good food, so maybe. We go for a walk to a downtown cafe. That seems really cute and wholesome. A dreamy cruise on a gondola. This is first date, right? Oh, just a romantic date. Honestly, if it's a first date, I don't want to be stuck on a boat with you. Watching a movie with my significant other at home. I mean, that seems really cute. A beachside luau complete with fire dancers. While I don't like the beach, I do think fire dancers would be cool to see. I've never seen it, and it's one of those experiences that I have wanted to see. But if we're talking a romantic date, I think we go for a walk to a downtown cafe. I think that would be a cute little romantic date. Continue. Oh goodness, it really does keep going. Okay, we'll get to the end eventually. Which comic book character is your favorite? Black Widow, you don't want to mess with this assassin. The Human Torch, Flame On. Thor, God of Lightning. Captain America, the Super Soldier. Aquaman, Prince of the Ocean. Lex Luthor, the ultimate supervillain. I feel inclined to say Aquaman because I love the idea of Atlantis. Atlantis is also one of my favorite underrated Disney films. None of these are my favorite comic book character, but I'll go with Aquaman because of Atlantis, even though it's not the same Atlantis, but Atlantis. I also, from Young Justice, really love Kaldor, so. What's your favorite classic arcade game? Hubert, Frogger, Pac-Man, Asteroid, Street Fighter, Donkey Kong. I'm gonna have to go with Donkey Kong. Always love Donkey Kong. What topping do you always put on your pizza? Here's the thing. Pepperoni is not an option. I feel like I'd have to go with extra cheese because I usually get cheese or pepperoni. I'm just that person. And I know people have special feelings about pizza. And I'm just gonna let you guys know, you can fight me in the comments, but I actually don't mind pineapple on my pizza. What restaurant do you eat at the most? Denny's, absolutely not. I have a story behind that, but I'm not gonna say. McDonald's, Red Lobster, Dunkin' Donuts, Pizza Hut. I took care for myself. I cook for myself. I don't really go to Pizza Hut, but I do like pizza. Like if anybody offers me pizza, I'm not really gonna say no because pizza is the best food group. And yes, it is its own food group. What's your favorite way to play Minecraft? I've never played Minecraft, but my niece absolutely loves it. So I'm just gonna say I don't play Minecraft. I'm so glad that was an option. What's your favorite Pixar movie? WALL-E. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how much I love WALL-E. I love WALL-E. I know that it was like mixed reviews among so many people, but I love WALL-E. I also, in my high school theater like class program for school, I guess, we did, your extracurricular, we did Hello Dolly, and the opening song in WALL-E is from Hello Dolly, and that came out, I feel like sometime after, like not that long after. I might be aging myself a little bit, but I've pretty much already said how old I am several times. But anyway, yeah, I feel like it came out around right after the time, and Hello Dolly it's like my favorite musical of all time. So I have to go with WALL-E. I can't look at anything else. Up is a good contender, but WALL-E 100%. If you could live in any city in the world, where would it be? Who cares about earthly cities? I want to find the lost city of Atlantis. I mean, truth. Fun fact about me, I actually, if you haven't listened to my podcast, then you might not know this, but if you have, this is just a repeat. But when I was younger and Atlantis came out, I loved that movie so much. I was so obsessed with that movie. I watched it over and over and over again, as kids do. But I watched it over and over specifically because I was trying to figure out how to speak Atlantean because I wanted to speak it so bad. Paris, where I can eat some of the finest foods in the world. I mean, there. I'm gonna have to go with the lost city of Atlantis. What's your greatest fear? Stubbing my toe, dying alone, being buried alive, being eaten alive by bugs, getting struck by lightning, drowning. Oh, that's so many terrible things. I feel like being buried alive? Maybe? I don't know, because getting eaten alive by bugs is also awful. Drowning would be awful. Dying alone, I mean, I guess theoretically we all die alone, but I don't know. I'm a Pikachu? That was the longest quiz of my life, but this result is worth it. Ah! Okay, you are a Pikachu. You might be small in size, truth, but your adorable personality goes a long way. You have a lightning quick sense of humor and have many friends. Ah! I could have asked anything better. I feel like I need to take a screenshot. Oh my gosh, I'm a Pikachu. Dreams. I didn't get Espeon, but I did get Pikachu, and you know what? I can live with that. Well, thank you all for watching as I take these quizzes. If you have taken any of these quizzes, please let me know. What did you get? What's your result? What Pokemon do you hope you were or would be? What Pokemon did you actually get? What type did you get? What kind of type of Pokemon are you or would you want to be? I really wish I could have been a psychic Pokemon, but I guess I knew. I can't even guess. I knew I wouldn't be cool enough to be a psychic Pokemon, but I am a Pikachu and I am definitely okay with that. Anyways, thank you all again for watching, and until next time, bye!